So real quick, just the framework, because if you understand kind of how FEMA works and how they get their powers and what they mean, then we can really leverage it, right? So first of all, you don't have to be in the DRR, but there are what I call award flexibilities. And that goes along your time, your limited resources. A lot of times we're talking about people in peril, right? There's fires, there's floods, there's hurricanes, there's things like that. So they're saving people, and they just got to get things done. Sometimes it's snowstorms, right? We see that happen. And if you take a look, limited sources, waivers are not required for most mandates, which means they're not going to care if you're 8A or HubZone or any of those things. They don't care. They just will funnel this through. You can get some pricing and terms. We've done this ourselves over the course of time, and protests can be overridden by the contracting officer, which essentially says not going to work, right? But the extraordinary contractual actions is really where the meat is for us who want to do business with FEMA. A lot of what we're going to be talking about is how are you going to be viewed by FEMA if you're not in that region, right? And we're specifically going to be talking about contracts now and diving down into two sides. So under contracts, there's two sides. There's the emergency support and recovery support. A lot of times we can exist in both of those. But if you think about an emergency, you have the emergency, you have a hurricane, right? It's coming, you know about it a couple of days in advance. They get their emergency support functions in place before the hurricane happens. Then when the hurricane happens, they are dealing with the present emergency.